Hello everybody, back again with another video. I'm gonna do a video and preview this Indian Wells final between Roger Federer and Dominic Thiem. Exactly that how I thought these two semifinals will go. Not exactly, because unfortunately Rafael Nadal withdraw from his match against Roger Federer, that hype match that we all was waiting for already when the draw was out. We tennis lovers, at least me, and I'm sure that many with me as well, was waiting for this clash to happen, and it happened. They won all of their matches, but like I suspected, Rafa Nadal didn't look that pretty healthy, to say the least, against Karen Khachanov in yesterday's quarterfinals. But my feeling was that Rafa would at least try to play the match, but his knees are not good, guys. Unfortunately, as older as Rafa gets, his knees are just getting worse and worse. I think in the future we're gonna see Rafa Nadal plays very little tennis tournaments. I think his main focus will be to play the Grand Slam tournaments and some couple of other tournaments, but in total he most probably will play 7 to 8 tournaments, maximum 10 tournaments in 1 year. The four Grand Slam tournaments and some Masters. I think the Miami, who starts next week, Rafa will of course not play that tournament, and even the Monte Carlo in April is, I'm doubting that Rafa will play. But anyway, we have Rafa unfortunately withdraw against Roger Federer, and in the other match Dominic Thiem defeated Milos Raonic, exactly like I thought. But I thought that Thiem will win in straight sets. But Milos Raonic did one set in that second set tiebreak, and then in the third set Dominic Thiem defeated Milos Raonic with 6-4 after 2 hours and 30 minutes. So Dominic Thiem defeated Milos Raonic for the first time in his third meeting. Before, Dominic Thiem has never defeated Milos Raonic. It was 2-0 before this match, but now it is 2-1. And it was not a surprise that he did it here in Indian Wells, the most slowest hardcourt that we maybe have in this tennis season, guys. And I just saw the match. It just finished a couple of minutes ago. What can I say about the Thiem? He looks good, guys. Not a gigantic surprise. He has found his rhythm. He has found his form. He's striking the ball really good. Just before the clay court season starts, guys. The clay court season is just in front of us. It starts next month, and Dominic Thiem is always good on clay. Clay is his best surface, and this Indian Wells surface is very similar to clay. It's so slow. Like I said in my preview meeting against Milos Raonic, Dominic Thiem has time to settle down, to prepare his big cuts and big swings. So he is really dangerous on this surface, and so and he looked really good against Milos Raonic. He did only 9 unforced errors in 3 sets. That is murderous good, guys. It is really unbelievable. He didn't do one single unforced error in the first set. I don't know, but I think I have never seen that kind of stats in my life, ever. I have never seen a tennis player not do one single unforced error in one set. I've seen Nadal in his career a couple of times do 1 or 2 in one set, but to have 0-1 unforced errors in one single set, I have never seen that before. This is probably the first time that I saw a player achieve when Dominic Thiem did that in against Milos Raonic in that first set. And then in total he did 9 unforced errors, and he served 76% first serves in. So this is not going to be an easy task for Roger Federer. It's a final. It's a Masters final, so you cannot expect to have an easy match. Of course not. And the head-to-head between Roger Federer and Dominic Thiem is 2-2, guys. So the head-to-head is proving to us that Roger Federer does not have an easy time against this opponent. The 2 times that Dominic Thiem has defeated Roger Federer, it is in both times in 2016, I believe. The one time he defeated him in Stuttgart, in 2016 Stuttgart, semi-finals, I believe, something like that. And the other time it was in Rome. So one time he defeated Roger Federer on grass in Stuttgart. I believe Roger Federer had 1 match point that time, and unfortunately he didn't convert. And Dominic Thiem won that battle in 3 sets, I believe. Then the other time that Dominic Thiem defeated Roger Federer was on clay. I think on clay he defeated Roger Federer in Rome Masters. So this is the 2 times that Dominic Thiem has defeated Roger Federer, both times in 2016. Roger Federer has defeated Dominic Thiem 2 times as well. The first time that Roger Federer defeated Dominic Thiem, I think it was 2016. In Brisbane, in the 4th round, I think, if I'm not wrong. And the other time it was quite recently. It was not a long time ago. It was in that round robin match last year in 2018 in London, an indoor tournament. So Roger Federer has defeated Dominic Thiem 2 times. One time on hard court in Brisbane 2016, and another time in indoor in 2018 in London. And Dominic Thiem has defeated Roger Federer 2 times in 2 different surfaces. One time on grass in Stuttgart 2016, and the other time on clay in 2016 as well in Rome. So the head-to-head is 2-2. So this shows to us, and this proves to us, that this matchup is not one-sided. So the final tomorrow can go either way, of course. Dominic Thiem has looked really good. I think he lost his first set against Milos Raonic in this tournament, if I'm not wrong. Correct me, guys, on the comment below if I'm wrong about that. But I think it was the first time he lost a set in this year's Indian Wells edition. And Roger Federer has not lost 1 single set so far in this year's Indian Wells edition. So who will win this battle tomorrow, guys? Who will lift that trophy? Who will win this year's first Masters event? Roger Federer or Dominic Thiem? Who is the favorite? Roger Federer has to be the favorite, guys. Not because he is just Roger Federer, but because that... I don't know, Roger Federer, he is Roger Federer, to say the least. He has won 100 titles in his life. He has won over 25 Masters events. He has 20 Grand Slam titles. The list I can keep on forever, but I will not do that. And Dominic Thiem, of course, have not the same statics and career as Roger Federer has. Of course, alright, he is much younger, I know that, but he will not have a great career as Roger Federer has had. He will never have that, I know that. But does Dominic Thiem has the weapons to defeat Roger Federer? Absolutely. He absolutely have. He has so heavy ground strokes from the forehand and from the backhand side. He serves pretty solid. He's not a great server. He does a lot of first serves in, but his serves are not powerful. They are not impossible to return. So he doesn't make a lot of aces. but he lands a lot of first serves in, so that of course is a big advantage. But I don't see Dominic Thiem's serve as impossible to return. So I think Roger Federer should return Dominic Thiem's serve pretty good, even though Roger Federer is not the greatest returner of all time. He definitely is not that, but he should return Dominic Thiem's serve. And but when the rally is on, I think Roger Federer has to come to fast. He has to end the points fast, guys. He really should not trade with Dominic Thiem from baseline, because if he does that, I think Dominic Thiem will eat Federer, guys. Especially the Dominic Thiem that I've seen in this year's Indian Wells. We should forget everything that has happened Dominic Thiem before this tournament. I know that he has not looked good before this tournament. I actually did not have Dominic Thiem even on my top 5 list before this tournament started. Not even as a dark horse. Because he has not looked good. We all know that before this tournament. He has really not looked good. But this is tennis. He's a top 10 player in the world. And this surface is slow. And he has all the time to prepare his shots and to prepare his cuts, and so he has find his rhythm, he has find his form in this surface. So everything that has happened before this tournament will not matter tomorrow. Dominic Thiem is playing with high confidence. He knows that he has defeated Federer 2 times before in his career, and he knows that he can defeat him again. And he will do all his best to do it. And one other thing that is important with Dominic Thiem, that he is brutal, physical, strong. He has played 2 hours and 30 minutes today against Milos Raonic. But that will not be a problem for him in the final. It will absolutely not be a problem at all, because he is one of the fittest, one of the strongest physical guys on the tour. In my opinion, Nadal, Djokovic and Dominic Thiem probably are the fittest and strongest players on the tour when the matches goes long, when the matches goes over 2 hours, 3 hours. If this match goes long tomorrow, I think the advantage is to Dominic Thiem. Absolutely. He's younger than Federer. He's stronger physically than Federer, I believe. And he plays with a lot of topspin. He doesn't do a lot of unforced errors, especially when he's hitting the ball clean, like he's doing for the moment. I know that he can do a lot of unforced errors when he's not hitting the ball clean, when he's not finding his rhythm, when he's not in form. But for the moment, this couple of 2 weeks, he has been really in good shape. He has defeated all the players pretty comfortable. And even in this match against Milos Raonic, even though this match was pretty close, I never was feeling that Dominic Thiem will lose this match. Milos Raonic, he fought really well. He won that second set tiebreak, but in the end, I knew that Dominic Thiem would beat Milos Raonic, because he was, to me, he felt more solid. He felt more comfortable. And in the end, he won. So if this final tomorrow goes long and goes to 3 sets, I am pretty confident that Dominic Thiem will win. I really am, because Dominic Thiem plays a much more high percentage tennis than Federer. He plays with more topspin, guys. Dominic Thiem is a player that has after Nadal, I think he is the player who plays with most topspin, guys. His balls really goes high over the net. That's why he almost never hits the net, guys. And if he does unforced errors, the ball flies long over the baseline. He almost never hits the net. Exactly like Nadal. When Nadal makes unforced errors, Rafa's unforced errors are when his shots goes over the baseline, and Rafa almost never hits the net. The same scenario is with Dominic Thiem, because Dominic Thiem has a huge topspin, not as huge as Nadal, but not far away. Really, not far away. And that topspin is really nasty and really scary to take. It can land just before the baseline, and it can push you really, really hard. So the way to beat Dominic Thiem, guys, is to dictate the play. If you don't dictate, you are really in trouble. If you wait him to do mistakes and wait him to do unforced errors, of course he can do unforced errors. He does more unforced errors than Nadal. But when he's hitting the ball like this clean, like he's doing in this year's Indian Wells, come on, guys, 9 unforced errors in 3 sets in 2 hours and 30 minutes. That is deadly impressive, guys. That is really deadly impressive. So Roger Federer's game plan tomorrow will be, I know how Roger Federer will play. He will be super aggressive. He knows that he cannot trade balls from the baseline with Dominic Thiem, because if he does that, Dominic Thiem will eat him. He really will. So Roger Federer will go much to the net. Roger Federer will try to make a lot of first serves in play. And he will basically, Roger Federer will basically play Roger Federer tennis. And what is Roger Federer tennis? It is first strike tennis. It is more dangerous game plan, of course. It is more risky game plan, but that is Roger Federer's only game plan, and that is how Roger Federer beats his opponents. Roger Federer almost never beats his opponents from the baseline. Yes, of course, he beats those guys that are outside the top 20. Yeah, but these guys like Dominic Thiem, like Rafael Nadal, like Novak Djokovic, in some extent, even Andy Murray, not Andy Murray from today, or not Andy Murray from these couple of years, because we know that Andy Murray has been way out from his form these couple of years with injuries and things like that. But in general, this kind of players, Thiem, Nadal, Djokovic, even Murray to some extent when Murray was healthy, Roger Federer doesn't defeat them from the baseline. He doesn't do that, guys. When he defeats them with first strike, powerful tennis, with not long rallies. Because if he goes to long rally with these couple of guys, especially Nadal, Djokovic, and Thiem as well, he will not win, guys. He will definitely not do. So Roger Federer's chance tomorrow is to play first strike tennis, to make a lot of first serves in, and to hurt Dominic Thiem's serve, because Dominic Thiem is a good server. He puts a lot of first serves in, but his serve is not powerful. So Roger Federer should do a lot of returns into play, guys. He really should. If he doesn't do that, then Roger Federer will be in big trouble. And Dominic Thiem's game plan will be, of course, to make the rallies long. I know that Dominic Thiem's game plan will be that, to make the rallies long, to make the match long, as long as the match goes, it will be Dominic Thiem's advantage to win the match. So Roger Federer's chance will be to win this match in straight sets, guys. If the match goes to a decider, I think Dominic Thiem will defeat Roger Federer. So, but I think that Roger Federer will somehow, and he knows that, I think Roger Federer will try to do his best to win this match, to win this final in straight sets, and I think he will do it. My feeling is that Roger Federer will win this final in straight sets. I don't think it will be easy, maybe 6-4 or 7-6 or 7-6 and 6-4 or 7-5, something like that, but my feeling is that Roger Federer will go out on court tomorrow. He will be super focused, and he will play first strike tennis, and he will try at least to serve really good, and to dictate the rallies, and to keep the rallies short, and to chip and charge sometimes, and to go to the net sometimes, and basically to play first strike tennis, powerful tennis, offensive tennis. I think that will be Roger Federer's game plan, and that what he will do. He will do more unforced errors than Dominic Thiem. I'm pretty sure about that. He will do that because Roger Federer is not as good as Dominic Thiem from the baseline. He really is not. But I think Roger Federer will do more winners than Dominic Thiem, and that in the end will decide who will win and who will lose. And I think Roger Federer will win this final. That is my feeling anyway. I hope I'm right as a Roger Federer fan. but I will not be surprised if Dominic Thiem wins his first Masters title, because he has never won a Masters title, I believe. But my prediction is that Roger Federer will win this final in straight sets. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye bye.